Thank you all for tuning into Big Mama Story Time. Story Time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment to my page. Here we go. Hi guys, thank you all for tuning into Big Mama Story Time on today. Today I will be reading to you something I have never heard of. I don't know if y'all heard of it, but it's called Walt Disney's Babes in Toyland. Never heard of it. I found this book and I said, what? Let me try it. But all right, guys, I'm going to get into this. But before I do get started, I do want to let everyone know. I know I make mistakes when I do these books and when I'm reading, but that's mainly because I do not read the books before I start reading them. So when I read them to you all, this is me reading it brand new. So, yeah, I make little mistakes, but I hope that ain't deterring you all from, liking my page or being a part of my page. And again, I just want to say thank everyone who has supported my page thus far and continue to watch my videos. I thank you all for your support, your continued support. So let's get into this. Oh, also before I do get into it again, I also want to I want to let you all know, if you have anything that you want to request, please let me know and I will do my best to get that book for you. All right, let's get into it. Enough of me talking. Let's start reading. All right. Okay. One day, Mary Contrary found a poster from the toy maker in Toyland. It read, "Wanted, helper to make toys, urgent." So Mary, her friend Tom Piper, and her younger brothers and sisters wandered along the edge of the forest of no return in search of Toyland. Wee Willie Winky stopped to ask the trees if they knew where the toy maker lived, but all they did was shake their leaves and rattle their branches. Finally, they came to a clearing. "I think we found it," said Tom. Underneath their feet, the grass gave to a stone path lined with scented wildflowers. Across the bridge, the children heard the welcoming ta-ta-ta of the toy soldiers' trumpets. Boy Blue had never seen such a spectacular sight. "Look, Bo Peep! Ice cream cone towers and candy cane columns. Do you think they're good enough to eat?" "There's only one way to find out. Let's go." They ran past the clowns and the blocks marked T, past the toy soldier guards and the golden flagpole, with the Toyland flag flying in the breeze. From the front steps of the great door, the toy maker's floppy-eared watchdog lifted his head and let out a roof, roof, roof. That is a big castle. By the time they reached the front door, everything seemed strangely quiet. The soldiers had stopped trumpeting, the dogs stopped barking, even the birds stopped singing. The sign on the door told them everything they needed to know. "Perhaps he doesn't need our help after all," sighed Mary. Toyland, the sign reads, "Toyland Toy Factory, closed for alterations. Business is not as usual. Genius at work inside." Meanwhile, deep inside the toy factory, the toy maker was hard at work, worrying because he didn't have any toys. "Your troubles will soon be over," his assistant Romeo reassured him. "My new invention will put Toyland back in business." "Well, all right," the toy maker finally agreed. "I suppose it can't hurt to take a peek." All right, toy man, give it a chance. From this point forward, you can forget about drawing plans or painting faces or tightening screws or hammering nails," announced Romeo. Have you found someone to help us? Asked the toy maker. We won't need anyone's help. My fabulous toy making machine will do it all, Romeo declared. The tick-tock of the clock echoed against the walls of the large room. Oh my goodness, moaned the toy maker. It's half past October. That gives us exactly 2.5 months until Christmas, grinned Romeo. More than enough time. The toy maker raised his eyebrow. Are you sure? I'm absolutely, positively certain, Romeo assured him. My latest concept in automation will totally amaze you, Romeo said eagerly. The toy maker rubbed his chin, thinking that all of his poor assistants had baked ideas. Romeo was so much better at making messes than making machines. Here's the moment you've been waiting for, cheered Romeo, yanking the big blue cover away. Just wait until you see this, Romeo smiled as he reached into his pocket. He pulled out some yellow string, a bit of lace, a strand of ribbon, and a bow. Okay. And then it looked like he putting it in the machine, y'all. I simply toss these items into my marvelous toy making machine. Add a dash of sugar and a little bit of spice and pull the start switch. Sound like some Powerpuff Girls finna pop out. The engine churned, the wheels turned, the machine sputtered and rattled, and hummed and drummed. Then, in no time at all, out popped a perfectly made doll. Remarkable, exclaimed the toy maker. Romeo, this is simply astonishing. Now it looks like we'll be able to make our Christmas deadline after all. That's only the beginning, said Romeo. One by one, he dropped his bits of this and dabs of that into his machine. And out came doll houses with pink window shades, the floppy clowns for circus parades, wind-up mice and fuzzy felt ears, balls and bats and baseball cheers, many a jigsaw puzzle piece, party hats with feathers and fleece, every letter of the alphabet, and supersonic rocket jet. Dang, okay. It was working. Romeo, you're a genius, cheered the toy maker. Romeo beamed. Yeah, he do look a little smug up there. The toy maker decorated his assistant with ribbons and badges. You shall be Toyland's most honored citizen. Romeo swelled with pride, and we'll make millions of trinkets and bears, drum and dolls, ships, and yes. Romeo smiled proudly, agreeing with everything the toy maker said. And balls and blocks and railroad trains. The toy maker dashed to the machine, bursting with ideas. He pulled every lever, flipped every switch, pushed every button, twisted every knob, and turned every crank. Down the chute he tossed springs and jolts and bolts, jars of paint, patterns and plans, ribbons and lace. Lights started flashing, wheels started spinning, and bells started ringing. But Romeo was too busy counting his awards to notice what the toy maker was doing. Suddenly, the machine's horns started honking and sirens started blaring. Wait! Romeo shouted. He was doing too much, toy maker. Come on now. You can't expect the new machine to do all that. Mr. Toy Maker, you're overloading it, sir. You can only make one toy at a time. But Romeo's warning came too late. The big toy making machine began to sputter. It began to hiss. Then it began to spit nuts and bolts and springs and bits. Light bulbs burst and set off sparks. Then, kaboom! the room filled with a cloud of thick black smoke. Then the machine started to cough and it started to wheeze. Finally, it let out a great big gasp and collapsed into a pile of broken pieces. That's all his fault, wanting to do more than what he's supposed to. Patience is a virtue, y'all. Take your time. Not everything needs to be rushed. Some things need to take some time, need to be done in a timely manner. Meanwhile, at the edge of Toyland, Tom, Mary, and all her brothers and sisters had given up hope of helping the toy maker. Sadly, they tried toward the forest of no return. But the toy-making machine's powerful explosion shook the entire land. The toy maker really does need our help, cried Mary. The children ran back across the cobblestone bridge. Clippity, 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 past the toy soldier guards and past the Toyland flagpole. The front door swung wide open and welcomed the children inside. They ran toward the wailing sounds of sobbing toy maker. Whatever will I do now? He cried. We've come to help, explained Tom. We've come all the way from Mother Goose Village, where we saw your poster. What? Children? Declared the toy maker. I can't possibly allow you to help me. Don't you know that children should never be allowed to see toys before Christmas? But if we don't help you, there won't be any toys at all this year, said Mary. But if we don't... The toy maker scratched his head and thought for a moment. I suppose you're right, he nodded. Then, let's get started. Time's a wasting. I know that's right. Don't be too scared to accept help, y'all. Everybody needs help once in a while. And kids can help. So the toy maker whisked the children away to every corner of the factory where he kept all his toy parts, paints, and secret supplies. Little boy Blue discovered mountains of buttons and sold them on teddy bears for noses and eyes. Wee Willie Winky sang lullaby songs as he tacked the rockers into rocking horses and chairs. Bo Peep took baskets of thread and sold doll clothes and puppets and beanbag toys. Tom found boxes of every size and shape for every finished toy. Mary wrapped the gifts in brightly colored paper and festive silk bows. The toy maker, happier than ever, put the finishing touches on every last present. He attached handwritten cards that read, "Don't open till Christmas." And when all the work was done, Romeo came out with his best invention of all. Hand-picked, hand-squeezed, pink lemonade supreme. I made these from the finest pink lemons Toyland has to offer. Romeo smiled as he poured glasses of the delicious drink for everyone. Pink lemonade? Pink lemons? I've never heard of that. Have y'all? New to me. Alright guys, that is the end of Walt Disney's Babes in Toyland. I hope you all liked this video or this book. It was interesting to me, but hope you all like it. Thank you all for tuning into Big Mama Story Time. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my video. Alright guys, bye.